Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Hello doctor. My name is AZEEZ and my major number is 220066061. So for this presentation, I will be discussing about high performance sports issue that happened in Malaysia and answer all 7 questions provided. All right. This will be the title. All right. For the first question, reflection on the cause. Right. Um, Before taking VIA 3016, which is high performance, I thought that athlete success only came from hard training and talent. But after this course, I understand that it is more than that. High performance sports also need good planning, rest, mental health care, and strong leadership. Now I know that athletes need support from coach, doctors, sports scientists, and managers. This course showed me how important it is to take care of our athletes and not just push them to win. All right. Next question. Critical discussion on one high performance sports issue occurred in 2025 and give the solution of the issue. Right. The issue that I selected is athletes injuries and burnout in badminton. There are 3 examples that I'm using. The first one is Ziyong. Ziyong returned from back surgery but later had an ACL injury. He had to stop playing and skip many tournaments. The Sun Daily reported that coaches from BAM said that he was under too much stress, both physically and mentally. Next is the star of badminton, Lee Zijia, also withdrew from the 2025 Badminton ASEAN Championship. According to the Nil now, he had been playing many international matches without a proper break. Last but not least, Pearly Tan, another national player, also pulled out of a tournament to avoid making a ankle injury worse. Alright, there are a picture in the slide. The first one will be Ng Ziyong, second one is Alizija, and last but not least is Pearly Tan. Right, the resources that I used was the Sun Daily and okay, for the cause and solution causes that I've already explained just now. Uh, uh, it's because like schedule, pressure to compete, and weak recovery system. So I will be focusing on solution. So the first solution that will be useful is athlete monitoring technique. For this, we need to use technologies like GPS and apps to check on how tired athletes are and how much they train and sleep. Next is structured rest and training circle. Make a training plan that includes rest and easy days, not just hard practice. For this, they need to follow periodization training. The third one will be sport psychologists. We need to give them mental health support by hiring sports psychologists to help athletes with pressure and their anxiety. Last but not least, better communication between staff, which is coach medical team coordination. Coaches, doctors, and managers must talk before deciding if an athlete should play or rest. All right, moving on to the next question. Explanation on VIA 3016 course and its role in high performance sports management in Malaysia. Right. This course taught me how to plan and manage athletes' performance in right way. I learned about sports science, performance planning, and using data to support decision. This is very useful in Malaysia, where programs like podium programs aim to help elite athletes win medals. But even with these programs, athletes can still get injured if there is no proper planning. For example, back to the Young's injury shows that what happened if we rush them to return to play process, which is not enough recovery time. This course helped me to understand how we can avoid these issues with better planning and skill. All right, next. elaborate on the sports agency's role in the country and the implication on high performance sports management. There are three organizations that I've selected. The first one will be NSC, which is National Sports Council. The second one is NSI, National Sport Institute. And last but not least, BAM, Association of Malaysia. Right. This agency help by giving money, hiring coaches, providing sports medicine, and helping with athlete development. They also make sure athletes get the right training and recovery. But if they don't work together, athletes can suffer. For example, back to the Young's recovery may have been rushed. According to the Reddit Malaysia and the Sun, he has returned to this too soon and got injured again. This shows that why is it important for agency to talk to each other and focus on athlete health first. All right. Next is evaluate to what extent does VIA3016 cost will lead the high performance management on its is on the right track. All right. This focus on ethics, leadership, and governance to prevent misuse and protect athletes. Okay, this teaches us how to lead in the right way, make a good decision, and manage sports program honestly. This is very important in Malaysia because sometimes sports program face issues like poor planning or even fund misuse. For example, in 2025, this is a real case where there is a report about a state football program that had problems with how money was used. In May 2025, Malaysia's Youth and Sports Minister, uh, Ms. Anna Yo, which is in the picture in the slide, raised a concern about poor financial management in local football clubs. Some state teams like Kelantan United failed to pay players salaries for months and had to withdraw from competitions. This issue happened because of a weak planning, no transparency, and poor oversight from the management of the club. If club leaders had applied governments and active knowledge, like we learned in this course, this problem could have been prevented. This course teaches us on how to manage funds responsibly, protect athlete rights, and ensure accountability in sports organization. If the leader had used the knowledge from this course, they could have avoided this problem. This course teaches on how to protect athletes' rights and manage sports with transparency and responsibility. Okay, moving on to the next question is critical comment on the level of sports high performance in management in Malaysia. Right. First of all, it is too much on short-term wins, uneven athlete supports, and needs more science, equality, and long-term planning. Right. Uh, Malaysia has many talented athletes and good support in some area, but there is still problem with our high performance system. Sometimes athlete welfare is ignored because we only want fast result. Many programs don't have long-term planning, and support is also is not equal. Some athletes get everything while others get very little. To improve this, we should focus on athlete-centered system. We must use data, science, and equal support for all sports, and not just popular ones. So, which sports that we can see from here is badminton and also football. Right. Last but not least, conclusion on course and its impact on the students. In conclusion, this course helped me understand that managing high performance sport is not just about winning, it's also about planning carefully, protecting athletes' health, and thinking about long term success. I feel more confident now to be a part of sports industry in Malaysia in future. So I hope to help build a better system to where our athletes can succeed without injury and burnout. That will be it from me. Thank you so much for listening.